What is up, guys, and welcome to another video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers masterpiece MP-53 Skids. And here we have the box for MP-53 Skids on the review table, and taking a closer look at the box before we take a look at the figure himself. On the front of the box, you can see you got Skids in his robot mode and his Nissan or Honda City mode. On up here, you got Transformers Masterpiece, Autobot, MP-53, Cybertron Warrior Skids, Long Life Design, Takara Tomy. On the top of the box you have Skids, on this side of the box you have Skids, on this side of the box you have Skids, on the bottom of the box you have words and things I can't read, the official licensing for the Honda City Turbo. On the back of the box you have your product shots with MP tracks, MP Blue Streak, and then all the contents of the box, but that's not what we're here to look at. We're here to look at the figure himself, so let's get him out here and see what it's all about. And here we have the accessories for the MP-53 Skids. And you can see he does not come with a whole hell of a lot. And he does come with the collector's card, obviously. But he does not include the scooter that he has, so that kind of sucks. But Reboost does, and I will be reviewing that sometime next year. So, taking a look at his first cannon, you can see it's just cast in a blue, or I don't know what color plastic. It looks more like the black is what it's cast in. But you got some nice blue paint to match the rest of the figure. And then you have the nice black barrel with some nice mechanical detailing throughout. And then also you do get the twin blaster, just painted in chrome and fingerprint magnet, by the way. But looks really great. And both of these things can store in the vehicle mode, but let's not get ahead of ourselves and let's just actually get to that. And here we have the Transformers masterpiece MP-53 Skids in his vehicle mode on the review table. And taking a closer look at the details, you can see up front, you've got the Honda logo right there picked out in silver. You also got some grille detail that's painted in black. You got turbo right there. Some transparent yellow for the headlights. Some red striping on the bumper. Some orange and yellow for the floodlights on the bumper as well. You also got City picked out in white. You got the Autobot logo down here. And if you lift up this whole section, you will get an interior engine with some silver, red, and black picked out in there. You have some black up here for the windshield wipers. You also have some black for the rear view mirrors with some silver picking them out. On this side of the vehicle, you got some yellow right there, some gray. You got the gas can sculpted in there, some black and silver for the handle. You got some white and red pinstriping. That same pinstriping of red goes across this side. You got turbo. You got some silver for the rims. On the back of the vehicle mode, you got Honda, the Honda logo picked out in silver, as well as the turbo. You do have some black, orange, red, and white for the back tail lights. You have some black surrounding the license plate that says City. Some more of that light, not light piping, but pinstriping on the back. And then the same thing on this side without the gas can. On the top of the box, or on the top of the figure, you do have some more translucent plastic to represent a sunroof. And then on the bottom of the figure, you do have just the robot mode kibble, but that's about it for... Oh, another thing is you can open these doors. You just do, just kind of wedge your fingernail in there. And he does kind of have an interior in there. It's not much of one, but you do kind of have it. My exposure just went up really hard. And then you can also open the back of the vehicle mode, and that looks really nice as well. So you got all those options for display. I will use none of them because I prefer to display my vehicles or my Transformers in robot mode. So while on the topic of that, let's get the MP-53 tracks from looking like this to looking like this. And yeah, I like it. I mean, the transformation is really simple in a sense, like so much easier than the last few MPs I've reviewed. Like, oh my god, so much easier. Anyway, but before we take a look at any of like the articulation or size comparisons and all that, let's take a look at the details. And first off, that head sculpt, you can see some nice silver in there with some blue. I don't know if you can see that for the eyes. It's a bit too hard to see to a degree, and that's kind of unfortunate because it does really look nice. But you do have that. The helmet on the blue is very nicely painted. Again, the Autobot logo right there. You just got the car chest. Some red and black striping on the shoulders. Some blue for the arms and black right there, just in that small section, right? The hands are cast in red plastic. You got some blue right here for the legs on what would traditionally be a knee, but because that's the knee joint, it's kind of like just a bump. Then you got red for the feet, but that's about it for detail on this guy. So for articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so you can get a little bit of wiggle and waggle. You can look back that far, not really. Let me just get his head back out. There we go. And look down that far. His arm is on a pretty much universal swivel, so he can go up that far with his arm and back down that in that far. He does not have a butterfly joint, but he can rotate 360 degrees when you move the doors back. By the way, these do move back as far as you want. I keep them there. You do have over 90 at the elbow. The hands do swivel, and these three fingers are on a hinge joint, and then the index finger is at its own separate hinge. You do have a waist swivel, no ab crunch, which is fine. He can kick up that far and not really back that far, just due to the sculpt. He can do almost full splits. He has over a little over 90 at the knee, and as that falls off, let me just put that back on. He does have a nice pivot and has a foot rocker, but that's about it for articulation for Skids. So let's see what he looks like in comparison to some other figures. So here we have the MP-53 Skids next to my previous review, the MP-39 Sunstreaker. Here we have him next to the MP-52 Plus SW Skywarp. And here we have him next to my recent edition and my next and final review in terms of Transformers for the year, the MP-36 Megatron. And there we have MP-53 Skids done and reviewed. And I actually really liked this figure. I didn't expect to like it even a little bit, but I'm happy I purchased it. Can't wait to get Reboost and Senator Crosscut when eventually I have the funds to do so. And when those come in, be sure that those reviews will happen. Now, my next review being the MP-36 Megatron, I still don't know if it's KO or not. Some aspects of it feel like it. It kind of looks like KO repaint, but I also don't even remember really what the original looked like. So it's kind of like a toss-up. I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments how stupid I am for saying these things. But after that review, I will be uploading 2 more reviews, and then the last video of the year is an update for how the channel is going to go forward starting in 2023. So stay tuned for that video, and I hope you all enjoy what I have coming down the pipeline for the next few weeks. And until next time, guys, I'll see you all next time. Peace.